Hello everyone, a very casual school idol basketball player here. What's this? My favorite franchise has released a new game? Well, time to dive into the game after all the hype from watching the trailer. Wow, how beautiful it is that we can finally see our girls in action in our phones. Right now they're only in their school uniforms, but I'm sure I'll get more costumes later on. Right now I'm gonna need more love gems to scout for new cards for new costumes. Except now it's called Love Stars, but it's still the same as the last game. And to get more stars, I need to play songs, just like the last game. I'm getting the hang of this. And to play the songs, I need to tap all the notes at the right time, which is like the last game. Oh. What's this? The function to literally skip tapping notes and thus eliminating the rhythm element? The ability to switch strategies? Unavoidable stamina damage? How could this game have features that conflict with the old one? These new features ruin the game completely. There is no way any RPG elements should be allowed in the game, even though the game is literally advertised as an RPG rhythm game, because it is Love Life we are talking about. This franchise should solely focus on the rhythm game and never be innovative and reach out for new elements for the community to play with. If the healing class is trash in the last game, it must be the same in this one. It will never ever be one of the most important roles in the game. Whoops. Now I have to find a way to solve this. There are several options I can take, such as learning about the game through testing, finding guides on the internet about the game, joining a community to ask for their help. But that's what a tryhard does. Well, I'm going to do what any rational person would do. Complaining about the issue in the reviews, saying how bad the mechanic is without giving any reason why it is, insulting the developer themselves instead of addressing the issue which is non-existent in the first place. I'm sure the developer will change the mechanic they have been working for a long time just because a negative review angrily written in caps lock, right? That way I will no longer take any stamina damage, which is literally the fundamental of an RPG game, including the damage I take when I fail an appeal chance. Like, come on, how would I know about those? I've read the tutorial. I'm sure swiftly tapping all the buttons in the tutorial page just to get the 400 stars from starter reward counts as reading the tutorial. I've read the tutorial and I'm pretty sure there is nothing about the tutorial that talks about stamina damage and appeal chances. I mean, what's the point of reading the tutorial anyway? We all know it's all about good tapping skills and getting URs. It's not like a team with SRs will do better than a team with all shiny URs, right? And in absolutely no way this SR outperforms this shiny UR right here. I'm saying this from my experience of playing this game for a day, I mean a year. And besides shiny URs, there are many other shiny things worth collecting in the game also. Accessories, make sure to keep all the shiny ones and throw away the others. None of those low rarity ones are gonna be worth anything anyway. Insight skills, make sure to get the shiniest one also. I like how the shiniest insight skill has an unusually high drop rate for some reason. Meh, I guess the developer isn't that bad at all. The next thing about the game is team building. Now the first thing about team building in this game is strategy is a completely obsolete mechanic. Some people falsely say that your strongest member should go to one main strategy and also be put in the middle 3 positions, but such mechanics do not exist. You can put your members wherever you like and the results will be the same. Just fill your team with members with the highest appeal and you're good to go. The second rule of team building is you only need a single team to tackle every song in the game. There is no need to account for attributes, song gimmicks, string notes, appeal chances, and stamina damage. Those are for tryhards. We're here to have fun. I can definitely use the same team on every song, and there's no way optimizing my team for songs will make me S-rank. By the way, there's a bug in the song Yumeno Tobira where you start scoring 0 voltage. For some reason, the wretched developer still hasn't fixed this bug yet, no matter how many times I reported it, as if the problem doesn't exist in the first place. What's this? I still couldn't S-rank a single advanced song. After many attempts, I realized maybe I could just be a humble person I am and ask someone for help about the game. Not without leaving a 1-star review, of course. Now remember, when asking help from another player, there are some unspoken rules to be considered. There are certain things I can do to make the person who is helping me have a better time offering help, like sorting my cards by their stats instead of levels so they can see which card has better stats, telling the person exactly which part of the song I'm stuck at so the person can address the issue directly, Doing some research beforehand instead of asking for help every time I meet a problem so they can avoid spoon-feeding all that easily accessible info to me. But all those things require me to do my part. I'm the one asking for help here. How could you expect the one asking for help to do his part of the job so the one helping have an easier time? There's nothing wrong to expect the person who is offering help to know every single detail about the game and have them explaining excessively about the very fundamentals of the game that an average player can learn in a few hours just because I didn't do my part of my work. If you're sick of those cocky elitists who said they would give help but ended up being toxic, there are always written or video guides about the game that don't require you to chat personally with another. Now some say there is a risk when getting information on a guide like those. They argue that the tips given might not be suitable for everyone depending on how long he played and how much resources he has. Some guides might be suitable to be used when first written but quickly went outdated as the game advances. There's also a small possibility that some infos in the guide are completely misleading and should not be trusted. Some guides are made by those who are new to guide making and lack experiences, and even those who make lots of guides are human too, and sometimes they make mistakes that you need to carefully avoid. And not every mistake in the game is reversible, like selling the wrong accessories, so you cannot experiment everything you saw on the internet and find out whether they are legit or not. Those are absolutely not true. I'm 100% sure the tips I got from the internet are the best tips I've ever read. It is utmost important I blindly follow a random guide without trying to make sense of it. I even tested it out myself. For example, I used rainbow voltage inside skills and it got me 2000 extra voltage. That's definitely progress right there. Many guides state that these are the strongest scorers in the game, and those are the only cards I'll go for. If I don't have any of those cards, I should just give up because there's no way some cards at the bottom of the hierarchy have a chance to perform better than them if used in the correct way. Also, long guide is never the best source for useful tips. Reading is for charms. Just find all the shortest guides and read all the info in the too long didn't read section and you're done. Watching others build their team is also a good way to building your own. Make sure to follow their team blindly without considering resources and limit break difference. If I did not manage to X-rank the song by following their examples, blame them for not solving my problem afterwards without considering that the problem is me attempting an expert song when I'm only rank 20. Now that I wrote a negative review about the game, skipped the tutorial, asked for help so much that no one wants to help me anymore, and skimmed through all the guides I found, I have finally S-ranked the first advanced song with fast cards. I mean my team building skills. Oh, what's this? Someone is asking for help. I have received help from many players and it is finally time that I give help to others. Am I really qualified for this? Nah, of course I am. There is one way of giving help by building specifically based on what cards they have and the song, but the method is boring and not as fun. Giving help is just another opportunity to laugh at another player who has no strong cards. To not look like a jerk, just come up with some strategy randomly even if it scores them less voltage than usual. If they ask for the reason, be sure to explain it in a way that sounds smart even if you realize you are wrong. If nothing works, just tell them that they are not strong enough to attempt the song yet. That way I can act like I'm trying to provide help while having fun or feeling superior because I have cards that the person doesn't. Isn't it great to have cards that others don't? In fact, the feeling of having cards is so great, I should tell everyone about it. Make sure to join every single community of the game in every social media just to post about the card I have. Just put a title asking for team building tips just so I don't stand out too much. A Discord server is even greater because I can tell everyone about my greatness. Now the best time to post your collection is when another player fails to scout that card because that is a confirmation that the person doesn't have the card but you do. And the more stars they use, the better the results. What's this? This guy has a card I don't? Better comment the word whale to make me feel better about myself. I got banned again. Well, guess the social media is as toxic as those team building elitists. Out of options to get help, the only thing I can do is to keep trying the song until I succeed. No need to tweak my team or strategies every time I fail. I'm sure the same team will reach S rank for me somehow. Or maybe it's time to realize that I'm not worthy of beating the game and I should just give up on it. That I'm a failure who can't even beat a challenge in a mobile game and that defines all of my achievements in life. I should just delete the game because I'm never gonna win and fade away quietly. or maybe re-download it in a few days later because no way I'm giving out my fast cards, then realize I can't retrieve my account back because I didn't follow the proper instructions of securing my account, which I would have known if I probably read everything in the game. Hi, this is Kubo. If you find this video funny, I mean helpful, please do like and subscribe and pledge your support on my Patreon and Ko-fi. Happy April Fool's Day and stay tuned for more All Stars content.